So one of the things that we can talk about today is the idea that parental alienation, the word itself, is either too vague or too expansive. So what can we pull out from that?
And too triggering. I think it's being used in areas that it's being used too much. It's being bandied around too much. It's being used as a weapon now. I think what we need to do is get right back to fundamentals. And I think that means more mental health treatment plans. Now, I've been listening to a lot of different psychologists and who work in the family court, and I've come across one, Dr. Childress, who makes a lot of sense when he talks about what's going on in custody battles and what he's seeing. And what he's talking about is that this is not a custody issue, it's a treatment issue. And as a clinician, I completely agree. We need to have plans with the people who are presenting in court, the high level litigation personalities. Dr. Childress says that custody is a false issue, it's a pathology. We need a treatment plan to work with and fix the pathology. I completely agree with this statement. The pathology, or as he likes to refer them to as a pathological parent, is driving it into the wrong system, which is the legal system. This is where they want the other parent to be. So to fix the pathology, but no, it needs to go into the healthcare system. And I agree with this. Judges don't diagnose pathology or develop treatment plans. This is clinical psychologists' work. Dr. Childress is saying that the forensic psychologists have taken this down a bad direction where everybody started fighting about custody. So he's recommending, and I actually totally agree with this. The moment judges encounter a high litigating custody dispute involving an attachment pathology with a child, move it out into an appropriate clinical diagnostic assessment, which will be child abuse, and a differential diagnosis for each parent, and develop a treatment plan to get the child toward a normal range, healthy childhood. We need to return the child to a normal range, healthy childhood, and that involves treatment plans. And the clinical psychs need to come back, more of them back into the courtrooms. And the judges, like I said, need to be moving these cases out. They're talking about things that they're not trained in, and they're making decisions on families, but they're not understanding the pathology that they're dealing with. So this is very worrisome. And I think
Yeah.
we need more people coming in who actually know about mental health treatment plans, and that's really what needs to happen at this point. I don't think that's happening anywhere near enough.
Something I've heard from various groups, it could be from parents or just even watching certain discussions on YouTube, is that the attorneys are arguing whether or not the opposing party or the opposing spouse or partner has a mental disorder when the attorney doesn't know that. So we're diagnosing either from the arguments of the attorneys or from the stand, and that doesn't seem appropriate when we're talking about a child who will end up with the long-term effects.
Yes. Well, we're not allowed to be doing that. We're not allowed to be talking about people who aren't our clients. Well, we're not allowed to be doing it even if they are our clients, unless there's special circumstances, there's subpoenas or whatever it is, but there's confidentiality. So ethics here. And do these people have degrees in psychology, and particularly this area of personality disorders and attachment?
Not likely.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why they're talking about it in court at all.
Yeah, they're attorneys, and judges were probably attorneys before that. They're not clinical psychotherapists. They're not educated in that, in any professional aspect of it. Maybe there are some, I don't know, but probably not likely.
It's very interesting, isn't it? So
Very
here we are
interesting.
having people talking out of school. Yeah, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
and I agree with what you said too. I mean, it really resonates. It sounds logical. It diffuses the argument to me. And I think any way that we can diffuse the arguments and get the help that people need to work through these issues so that they can co-parent and a child can have both
yeah,
parents in their life. Yeah. Because
yeah,
we're not talking about children that are, or domestic violence in the home, or children that are witnessing that. We're talking about high conflict divorce, and that sometimes throws all kinds of stuff into the mix.
yeah, yeah.